And we are back into the woods. Yoo-hoo! What's up, Danita?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How was your week?
It was good. It was
Yeah,
good. It
yeah.
was warm this week, but now
Yeah.
today's cold.
Is it? How was the degrees up
Yes,
there? What
it
temperature?
snapped. It's like in the 30s right now.
Ooh, my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we
snapped.
had we had lots of rain, and I kept expecting it to be cold when I went out. And one day I
Uh-huh.
wore like a hoodie and long sleeve, and I walked
Uh-huh.
down it, and it was almost like it was springtime.
Yeah, it was hot. But I kind of expected it to snap because it was too warm. And now I'm
Mm-hmm.
hearing we're supposed to get snow maybe on Sunday.
Ooh,
So, yeah. I kind of
okay.
expected that. It was nice though. It was nice to be outside walking with the coat open, maybe off a little bit,
Uh huh.
but not today.
Not today.
It's cold.
Well, everybody, welcome back. This is Into the Woods. This is Dwayne,
This is Danita. Hi, everyone.
and we are back for another show. Talk with the Woods, talk with the Wooks, and I did a video. I went live in my YouTube page last night, and I was saying this
Yeah.
was actually a pretty good week. I mean, sometimes you have weeks where it's kind of draggy, but
Yes.
this week wasn't like that at all.
No, not for you.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Wow. This week is
Yeah.
kind of dragging for me. I was waiting for it to be over. I mean, and the year is going really fast, so you should not want the week to go quickly. But
Right.
this week, I just was like, I need the weekend to come.
Okay. I was telling somebody that what growing up in New York, what I liked was during the holiday time, everything was very. It always and this is my of course, perspective, right? As a little kid, it reminded me of those movies where they go to the North Pole, like during Christmas time, and the elves are like all over the place doing stuff. That's what I
Yeah,
used to
like
feel like.
Rudolph.
Yeah, yeah, like when we
Yeah,
went to downtown Brooklyn or went to the mall over
yeah.
there. What was that mall called, by the way? The
Al-
old one.
is it Albee
It's
Square?
Albee Square.
Did
Yeah,
they
Albee
keep the
Square
name?
Mall.
Yeah, Albee
Yeah,
Square.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they still have on Flatbush. Remember they used to put up the little ornaments, well, big ornaments
Uh huh.
across the street.
Across the street,
Yeah,
right?
they have those up. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay,
you have those up and down Flatbush now.
right.
So
Well,
Christmas is coming. Manhattan, all the little lights, the trees are wrapped in the white, the little twinkly lights. So yeah,
hmm.
Christmas is here.
So here's a question: what was your favorite Christmas song?
Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Frosty the
'cause it was
Snowman.
just so cool. The
Hmm.
whole story of Frosty. So I just I like the song.
Right, right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I liked. I want to say Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
remember the little clay puppet Rudolph that they used to
Claymation.
show? Yeah.
Yeah. I still pull it up on YouTube and look at it.
Do you? Okay.
Yes,
But yeah,
because it was so imaginative.
uh huh.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This week, well, last weekend, we have a group that we work with, and they have a
Hmm.
thing yearly, and so they had like a reception, and then they showed the movie "It's a Wonderful Life." Now that
Ah,
probably is my favorite movie
favorite.
around the
Really?
Christmas time. Yeah.
Christmas time?
Hmm.
What?
Hmm.
I don't quite remember what that was about.
So no, what did I say? No, "It's a Wonderful Life." What did I say? Yeah, with George
Yeah, you
Bailey.
said it's a wonderful.
Okay, yeah, yeah. George Bailey, where he went and his father, he lost some money. So somebody stole the money
Mm-hmm.
and the bank is going to close. And he wishes that he wasn't there. And so I guess the angel took him back to a time when he was never born or something happened to him. And so he got to see
Okay.
what everybody's life was like if he wasn't around.
Oh, okay,
Hmm.
okay. I may have seen it. I don't remember it though.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So got to see that.
I'll
Yeah.
go look at it, see if I
It's
can find it
it's a
and take a
wonderful
look.
life.
Okay, okay.
So, do you have all
Hmm.
your Christmas things done? Are you ready for Christmas to be here?
I'm ready for Christmas. I really don't do much for Christmas except for what you
Mhm.
see in the background there. But that's it.
Okay,
That's it.
okay. That's about it.
Yeah. How
Um,
about you?
I've got all the stuff out of the garage,
Right.
and we haven't. Don't judge us, people. We haven't put the Christmas tree up yet. Okay.
Right.
Um, yeah, we haven't put the Christmas tree up, but I have all the ornaments. I think out of the garage, and they're in the living room, in the hallway, and
Uh-huh.
just waiting for me to clear a spot so we can do it. So that's what I'm going to do this weekend. Make sure that I
Okay.
get that done.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
But yeah, and
Um,
then of course, are you ready for the end of? Are you ready for the end of the year?
I am because I am ready for 2023 to come because I have a lot of plans that I need to put into motion.
Oh,
And so
really?
I'm
Okay.
eager to do that.
Uh huh.
So I love 2022. It brought me the podcast we're doing now, the journals that I've been reading, all these conversations we had. That's
Mm-hmm.
great. It's opened me up that way. But
Right.
I'm ready for 2023 for all the new things that the new me has discovered.
Okay. All right. Anything that you can share?
No,
Not
we're going to
yet.
put it
Okay.
into works first. And when it starts to blossom,
Uh
then
huh.
we'll let you know.
Okay. Okay. That I like that.
Yeah.
Now I am and we're gonna have to keep talking, but I'm creating right now a
Hmm.
little graphic as we
Uh-huh.
speak. Right. So you guys don't know
Oh,
I can do this, right? So I'm creating a
oh,
little graphic as we speak back here so that I could show what what's been going on my channel. But I'm showing that because there's a special person that's on this graphic, and you will
oh.
recognize her here in just a minute as soon as I get this, if I can get it positioned properly. There we go. So go ahead, talk, say something. Let's see,
Oh.
gotta get you there.
I'm eager to find out what's on this graphic, so I'm so
You gotta
intensely looking at you.
it's coming, it's coming. As soon as I
It's
get,
coming.
where did I put it? There it is. Let's see. Okay, there it is. I think that's it. Nope, that's not it. Huh.
See, guys, when someone tell you they have a surprise for you or they have something to show you, you
Uh huh.
can't continue to speak. You're like intensely looking at them.
You're like,
He
yeah.
wants me to talk to you.
Let me see. So I can't do that because I'm trying to figure out what this thing is that you're trying to show us. But I was saying that I was excited about this week, and the reason that I was excited about this week is because
Hmm.
I have been talking to some amazing people
Hmm.
on the show, and
Right.
they've really kind of just you know spoken life into me this week. Let me make sure.
Okay.
Let me make sure that that's there. And as you guys will remember, last week we came on and we talked about the fact that we had gone live and Danita was on
Right.
the show.
Right.
And let's see if I can get this to show.
Ah!
Ta-da! So that
Oh,
was my
that's so
lineup
cool.
this week. And you see
Oh,
who's you see
wow.
do you see that person right up there? That's right.
Yes.
That is Danita. That's right.
Oh,
so
wow.
so it was
Oh, how cool is that?
a fun time, and I really enjoyed it. So I wanted to bring that graphic over here to show that's what's on my ad right now, and you're right up there.
Wow. Oh, wow. Wow.
So cool, cool,
I don't even
uh,
know what to say.
amazing. Just to say, wow, there I am among all the people,
Yeah,
and
because like I said last week on the show when we were speaking, I'm so used to being in the background.
hmm
Like that's where I'm comfortable. And so to see myself amongst all these people is like I'm shocked and I'm like speechless.
hmm hmm Yeah,
Yes.
go to my Facebook page and
Mhm.
listen to because I went live, like I said, midnight, and I
Yeah.
talked about it, and I used you as one of the examples in my talk. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Cool.
cool.
Oh
All
wow.
right. Yeah. So 2022 for everybody is 2022 is moving, right? And we are in
Mhm.
the last days of 2022. And a lot of times we sit down and we create these goals, this list of things that we want to do, and
Mhm.
everybody gets down on the term New Year's resolution, right?
Right.
And I think they get down because a lot of times we make these things or we make these lists,
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost kind of a wish list, right? But there's no substance behind it. And
Exactly.
I think if we're going to do that, right? If we're going to make these lists, then the lists have to be something that has some ability to carry us into whatever that is. So
Yeah.
as you're making the list, make sure you're putting some structure. What are some things that you're going to do? And I'm talking, to everybody who's listening.
Yeah.
What are things you're going to do to help you get that thing done? So it's not just, well, I want this, I want this, I want this. Is I want this, and this is my plan. This, right? So I think that is a great thing to be doing right now as we get to the end of the year.
Yeah. I think as you figure out what you want and put it into motion, you got to figure out why you want it.
Hmm.
Because to just say you want it really doesn't hold any weight. It has to be a reason why. And we hear that a lot of times when we brush it to the side, but it's true is the basis of how you get moving. You have to know why you're doing it and if it's strong enough to continue to have you go forward with each step, because if it's not strong enough, you'll always, let it fall to the side. So we need to put that first and then the rest would follow, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. No, they're right. Yeah, the why is the why has to be strong enough to carry you, right? Because they're
Right.
anything that we're doing, anything that you want to do, there are gonna be days when you wake up and you don't want to do it. You're like, man, I got to
Yeah.
do that again. You want
Yeah.
you want to lose, you want to exercise, right? You say, hey, I'm going, and you get in there and you're going, and one day, like Danita said, it's about to turn cold. It's supposed to snow, and you wake up and you go to the door and it's like, man, it's cold out there. So this morning I'm not gonna go,
Yeah.
right? And that one morning turns into 2 mornings and 3 mornings and 4 mornings. So the question is, what is going to be strong enough to make you go through that snow to get to wherever you need to be?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
What is
yeah.
the strongest? What is the strongest why that most of us have in our life? What do you think, Danita? What's the strongest why that we most of us have? And I'm thinking about a specific thing.
I mean, I think a lot of people in one thing that most people say they want to do, or break that down a little bit for me.
Okay, so there is one thing that most of us, most of the
Hmm.
world, has
Hmm.
as their why they do a particular thing. All around the country, like you have this thing, I have it, and most of the people who are watching us right now have it. There's
Their
one thing.
children.
Nope.
Their children.
Nope.
See, I can't. I can't.
You know it, and everybody who's watching, if you're watching and you know it, typing in the chat. Everybody knows it, but we don't think of that. We don't think of it as a why. You give up?
I can't even. Yeah, because the only thing could come up is my son. What is it?
It's called a paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah.
There
It's
are
a paycheck.
days. There are days when we all wake up and we
Yeah.
don't feel good, and there's something else we want to do,
Mm-hmm.
but we go to work.
Yes. That's
Why do
true.
we go to
You're
work?
right. You're right.
You get that piece of paper, right?
And it's funny because I think a lot of times people don't want to admit that. Like, I'm
Mm.
only going to work because I want that check.
No, so here's the thing, right? And you know, I don't gamble, but that's, you know, that's a whole nother story. Was it 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, $1.9 billion in the lotto, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, for all of you watching, and you don't have to type it in the chat, and you don't have to raise your hand, right? But if you were the one who won that $1.9 billion, I bet you the next day you wouldn't be at work. And it's not because everybody knew you won it. It's because you're like, okay, I was going to work for the paper. I don't need the paper anymore. So see ya.
See, we had that conversation at work. And I said I would go to work.
You would?
You know why?
Why would you go to work?
Because I wouldn't know what to do. Because it's so drastic a change in so short of time. I'd be in shock that I would automatically do what I normally did, which is get up and go to work. Because in my mind, it probably wouldn't register. It'll register, but it won't sink all the way in that I no longer need to go to work. Does that make sense?
Okay, that makes sense.
Because now it's a routine.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what would have been great though, and as we think about, and you know, we're kind of philosophize.
Yeah, breaking it down.
Yeah, that word. If we went to work,
right,
we would be going to work because we wanted to.
That would be great. That would be great,
and not because we had to.
Right.
And I think a lot of times now people don't enjoy what they do because of the grind of doing what they do.
Yeah.
And when I say grind, I'm not talking about, you know, and we use that word grind, like, man, I'm on the grind because I'm writing the book. I'm on the grind because I'm discovering this stuff. But when I'm saying grind, I mean people who get up and they go and it's almost a drudgery now that they've got to be there because they have to be there to make the money to survive, and things are so tight that the tightness takes away the joy from the work that they do. But if if you had money, right, and you're like, man, I don't have to go to that place to make this money. You know, my life is taken care of. Now I can go there and I can infuse my energy into what I'm doing because the stress and the pressure of all the other stuff is gone.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be great.
Well, yeah.
That would be great. But I mean,
yeah. We didn't. The guy in California got it.
Like, I'm always why are so many people outside? Well, I'm gonna be biased. New York are winning. Like, what happened?
Well, you know, the only people are not in New York. There's a lot of us out here that are outside of New York. So there's more of us out here than more of you guys in New York.
Yeah, I'm not going to accept that.
You don't have to accept it, but it's true. It's true. So the chances of somebody out here winning it is higher than somebody in New York winning it because there's just more of us out here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
I know as New York.
I'm gonna send you a Zelle.
Now, everybody, this is coming from somebody who is a New Yorker, so don't get on me, right? I grew up right there in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So, but at work, and it's funny. Sometimes we stand around, we talk, we get these theoretical conversations. And of course, I'm always the one throwing these questions out. But I think a couple of people would, there's like, I'd still come to work.
Yeah, because you don't know what to do yet.
Right.
Right, because you're more liable to waste the money. Because now you have it. So you're gonna go buy the Lamborghini and you're gonna buy the big house. You're gonna take the big trip, and you've wasted it. You need time to think about what are you going to do with it so it doesn't disappear and put you back in the same position that you've always been, which is another conversation.
Yeah.
Because you have all this money and your mind hasn't, lack of a better word, expanded to encompass it,
Mm-hmm.
you can easily go back to being who you were. Like that.
Right. Yeah.
So,
You know what I would
so
get? I'd get a ride on the SpaceX. A ride to SpaceX. Is it to SpaceX? Or, anyway, I'd get a ride.
That's what
Yeah, I'd go. I'd go.
you would go?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah. Just cause. I mean,
Why not?
yeah, why not? Because I'm a sci-fi person, right? I love science
know.
fiction, and so space has always fascinated me. I mean, I've never done really anything related to space. I mean,
Right.
I did math, engineering, that kind of thing, but space has always fascinated me. All the shows, all the movies about space, and so just to be close to, or to even go to the space station, and just like, dude, I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm here. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that's so cool. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that. I could see you loving that. And you came back to me like, guess what I saw?
Hey, I might not come back. They might have to get me a little, get me a little house up there. Have to get Blake and Charmaine to come visit me.
You understand?
it's like, come on up. Come on
Be
up.
up there
Yanni.
weightless.
I'm saying. And just, I would do like silly things, right? I'd put like a little drop of water and I'd just push it. Just watch it.
Or drink it.
What was that
I
movie where
wonder
they were
what that was-
drinking? They were drinking water. I forgot what something happened and the water was floating in the air and they were just drinking it out of the air.
What?
Mhm.
But I wonder what that would feel like. Would it feel like just drinking water like we regularly do? Because now it's weightless. You're like pulling it literally through the air.
Mhm.
Like, how would that feel in your
Going
mouth?
down?
Like, would it? Yeah, like, would it feel any different?
I don't know. I don't think it would feel different because your body still has to, all the muscles, right, still have to take it down into the esophagus, right, into the stomach and absorb it. So I don't know that it would be different. There's a guy, what's his name? Maybe we can have him come on the show. What is this guy's name? He does these masterclass. He's a science guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw him recently. He was explaining something about the tide. We say the tide comes in,
Mm-hmm.
and he said the tide doesn't really move.
What moves? The
The
earth?
Yeah.
How?
So the water is still, and the earth is moving. And so when the earth moves, it looks like the tide is higher, and the earth moves away, and the tide goes down. So, but the water doesn't change. Yeah, see, that's what I said when I heard that. I was like, really?
Like, how? How is
Well,
the
the
moving
earth is spinning,
constantly? Yes.
right? And so he says that the earth is in a, and if you're watching, right, I'm paraphrasing, okay? I'm not quoting you. I'm just trying to explain. So he says it's almost like there's a pocket of water, and the earth is in it, and the earth is moving in the pocket of water, but the water is not moving.
So are we in space?
Well, yeah, we're in
Are
space.
we? No, but so who's moving like now? Is it the Earth?
Well, technically,
we're
everything is
moving with
moving. Yeah, technically,
So
everything is
everything-
moving. The entire
Except the-
universe is moving, right?
Right.
At one time, but with relative to our sun and relative to the planets, so we're spinning, and then we're going around the right. We're moving around,
Yeah.
like that. So, think of a balloon,
Right.
right? And inside the
Yes.
balloon, there is a A big giant balloon, and inside the balloon is a watermelon.
Okay.
So the Earth is the watermelon, and the balloon is the water, the pocket of water that surrounds the Earth.
Okay.
And so as the Earth is spinning inside the pocket, when it moves, it looks, because the water is still, when it moves, when you're on the part of the Earth that's moving into the water, it looks like the tide is rising.
But it's not. It's just still.
It's still. And as your part of the Earth where you're standing moves away from the water, it looks like tide goes down. And that's a crude example, right? Because the entire Earth is not in a pocket.
Right.
I mean, they're pieces of water, or parts of water, and so we're actually moving into the water, and we're moving out of the water. And I was listening.
So
I was like, are you kidding me?
How did he come up with that? What?
I don't know. That's what I said. Okay. I need to find his name, and we need to tag him in the show, and have him come on and explain that to. What was his name? If you guys are watching, if you know who I'm talking about, go ahead and put it in the chat for us, please. I don't want to go over there because if I go there and I find it, the sound will come into our stream. And I don't want to.
That's interesting. I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. I'm thinking like you drop a rock into the water, and once you drop the rock in there, then you'll get ripples.
Right.
And then the ripples will hit against the rock, and you'll see. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find him on my phone.
Okay.
Let's see. What did I type in? Earth, tide, mistake. Earth, tide. Oh, there he is. Okay, let me see what's his name. Oh, and that's what the guy said. He said, right, mind blow, right? Mind blow. Let me see what it's. Hold on a second.
You can show it.
I was gonna see if I can show my phone, but anyway, I'll figure it out, and maybe next time I can show you guys. But I don't want to put the audio on because they have music, and I don't want the music police to take our show down.
The music police.
But it's fascinating that. So I subscribe to this. I subscribe to these math and science channels, and I was sitting one day, and a friend of mine sent a message to me because his son was taking a class, and he needed some help, and I'm a math major. I was a math major in college, and it has been so long since I've done some of those other theoretical math issues, and I forgot how much I enjoy it. So when they send the problem to me, I mean, I'm up and I'm like, okay, I can do this, right? And it was kind of a math, philosophical, Bible related question. And I was like, this is so cool. And so I started doing it, and then I was like, I like this stuff. And so I subscribed to these channels, and so Blake hears me listening to math. He's like, you're listening to math because you want to? Not because you have to? I was like, yes.
Yeah, math is fun.
It is.
Math is fun.
Yeah,
Nate had a problem with math. He didn't like it until I turned it into a game. So to your point, math is fun. I like the numbers and the equations and solving the X, and it's fun.
Yeah. So cool.
Good.
All right, so that's we just hanging out with you guys. If you have not done so, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. You get on there and hit the subscribe button, and then hit the bell so that you'll be notified when we put new content up. And the subscription, it is free, right? So the word subscription sometimes confuses people. You can change that word in your head to just say join. Okay. If you don't have an account, you can create a free account on YouTube and then go into the account, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified. And just, share the channel, share what we're doing, share the conversations. Just the woods. We are the woods. That's our name. And the idea is that sometimes we find ourselves in woods, and for lots of different reasons, right? In woods, in terms of our careers, in terms of our finances, in terms of our relationships, just in the woods. We find ourselves in the dark. And so we want to come out of the woods together. So, right? So that's into the woods. And as we talk, you get to hear what we think about different things. And hopefully that helps to, helps you in your walk. And honestly, sometimes it is just the conversation that helps, Danita. I mean, sometimes we don't have a solution, but we can talk about it.
We can talk about it, yeah, and get a different perspective.
Right.
That'll probably help you. Yeah.
That'll probably help you. So, all right. So yeah. So next time I'm going to put that on my list to figure out how to get this on, so that you can see it, and actually without music maybe, so that we can play that as well. Okay.
All right.
Cool. Well, guys, thank you for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you. This is Dwayne.
This is Danita. Have a good night.
Good night, and this is Into the Woods. See you at the next episode. Good night.